actually 2 names, so technically
I know
it's like
someone who
5
has like
names.
8 fucking names.
Yeah.
It's absurd.
It's common in Latin culture, yeah.
It's also common in places where like heritage and family names are very important.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So then you like include your like entire lineage in your name.
Funny thing about that, but I don't want to talk about that.
But yeah, feel free to click long rest. Nothing will happen while you are resting inside the cavern. Nothing that requires your attention or puts you at risk, essentially. And also,
sleepy.
again, just throwing it out here.
Oh my god, I healed all of 2 hit points.
If you want to have, if you want to have a scene between each other, if you want to talk about something, that's also fine. Before I, flash forward to talk with Gilbert.
No, I just wanted to explain why Mossrin gave the middle name, because when it comes to Mossrin's people, because everyone has the last name Faultier, because they were created by the dragon, the middle name is actually the family name.
Interesting. That's
We
cool.
wouldn't know about the Nihil thing, right?
No, we wouldn't know about it.
Yeah, okay.
Nope.
Yeah.
I was talking out of character.
Oh, okay.
We were all busy looting like
Yeah.
bandits when he went out and sneaked out.
I'm relating to the whole we're a shadow as far as RP goes, so that's what I'm saying. Like character wouldn't ask anything. Plop on the ground, lay on their back, fall asleep.
Mossrin melds into the earth.
I just sleep with my big cloak over me. Just like a hunched figure against a wall somewhere.
Oh wait, I actually do have melted into stone. I forgot about that.
Just go take a nap.
Screw it, I'm preparing that spell.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm okay. Beatrix is just like, I fucking die. It hurts so much. I'm gonna sleep. Puts a little tent over Bean and herself and just goes to sleep.
So, yeah, those that do not dream, you are fine. Those that do dream and do actually fall asleep, it's nothing concrete. It's a little bit disjointed, but you see. Imagine this is like a sequence of photos, but flashing through in a quick succession. It's fire. It's silver fire. It's tree on fire. It's fire on a hill that switches into vaguely humanoid rider. Then that rider is on fire. Then it's back to the tree on fire. There's basically lots of fire and silver light in your dreams. Or in that few hours of sleep that you get.
I should commit that.
Potassium.
Okay. Yeah, when you wake up, dust yourself off. You see that the caravan is still present in its entirety. They do, however, seem that they are making some very slow, basic preparations to move out, but quick inspection basically reveals that they are waiting until it's closer to evening, because they are primarily traveling during the night. And Gilbert approaches you, and he makes sure that it's pretty much you and him just talking, and there are no other prying ears. When you have mentioned that flying creature, I think this is something I also need to mention, that there's apparently more than one type of predator flying in the skies. And he puts out from one of his pouches, not the same, but very, very similar blue scale. Our caravan was twice as big when we bypassed camp halfway. And then, out of nowhere, I think 2, maybe 3, but definitely 2. It was chaotic when they swooped down onto us. Blue dragons.
Ooh.
Hey,
Can
They
I
look
see
at
that scale?
Mossman.
Can I see that scale?
Of course. And then he, passes it to you.
Immediately again, I was just...
Most of the combat capable people and fighters were in that other group. They did their best to buy us time, but I'm not sure if they managed to fell one of those creatures. Go ahead, Monsterin. What do you try to do with the scale?
First he'd like to determine age. And then sort of... Because you don't really hear much about dragon in multiples, so he is gonna try and figure out if there's something, trying to just like, if he knows what would cause that.
They might be a mated pair.
Yeah, something like that.
Go ahead, give me a nature or arcana.
Arcana.
Actually,
Fuck
probably
yeah.
Arcana, because dragons are technically speaking
44.
magical creatures. Alright, considering you have the previous specimen,
Yeah.
this is a
Compare
scale.
and contrast.
Yeah, this is a scale from a young dragon. This is not exactly the same as the one you found next to that giant scorpion, but it is also a young dragon. And considering what you know about the dragons, again, it's not that often you hear more than one at the same time operating in the same area. But there have been examples in the past, even before this world has gotten to shit and started getting crazy, that it is possible for larger families to root themselves in a place and operate from a lair. And yeah, it could be a mated pair. Or it could be young children marking the area for their patriarch or matriarch.
Okay. Well, this is a young dragon.
Or there's just one more possibility. You are not sure if it's right or not. Just like with the rest of them. That, assuming if it's 2 or even more, 2 or 3, because the Gilbert isn't sure himself. Those are weird times, and some creatures display abnormal behaviors than you didn't hear before. So even if normally dragons do not work together in such groups, maybe those creatures do realize that the strength in numbers is the way to go.
Okay. We got a couple of options for you, buddy. But all of your best ones are to leave. If we're going off of normal dragon behavior, there's possibility of them creating a lair, possibility of them being connected. But, you know, our world is kind of dying and it's slowly going from east to west, so they might just be leaving and following, or rather running from the destruction as well. In which case, we might have more run-ins with them.
We almost completely died to the rock. I don't think we're prepared to fight 2 dragons.
It's good to know the threat is out there, though, so we can avoid it. But I don't think we're capable. I don't even think we would be able to take on 1 young dragon, much less 2.
Monster
was
is
an
Much
Asian
just
one.
much less even more if one of their parents comes.
Monster is still just holding the 2 dragon scales, eyeing the differences between them. You can tell they're different because this one has more like ridge lines in it. This one's a little bit smoother towards the tip. Welcome back.
Okay, I'm back.
Monster is going to ask if he could keep the dragon scale.
I do not have a issue with that. We have no one that could potentially use it for anything, but again, I hate that I'm gonna ask this, but we are trying our best, but we are pretty much at our wits' end here. You already did more than enough, so I will understand if you decide to go your own way. A group like ours will slow you down. And also, I did forget to mention, because you've again did some good deed, and you've proven that there's still some valor and virtue in this world. All of the party can give themselves +1 to sanity score.
Yay.
Wow.
I'll do it for Gerardin.
Let's go.
I have a +2 now.
Same. I'm so freaking
Wow.
sane, dude.
I got a 15 insanity. I'm so sane.
I'm so
Holy.
sane. Sane build.
Sane build. No, unhinged build.
Hinged build.
Unhinged
So
build.
hinged. I'm so hinged. I have 3 hinges.
I am so hinged.
The door is attached to the wall.
Got 5 bolts on this goddamn door, and all of them are locked.
Oil hinged. I am an oil hinge. I don't squeak. I'm not a squeaky door.
WD-40, yeah.
And Gilbert continues. I don't believe we have enough money or really anything of value to give to you. But I need to try either way. Our group, when we move out, will be if we are unlucky and predatory eyes fall upon us, I don't think, despite my best wishes and best and try. We should say that in English. Despite everything, all of my strength experience, what I will try, I don't think
My best efforts?
Yeah, my best effort. That was the word I was looking for. Thank you. Don't think we'll survive another encounter with dragons. I am not asking you to stick with us. However, and you see that he's struggling to get through, like, there are like several different things battling inside his mind, inside his like code of honor. And he finally manages to force through. If there are any nasties at the road up ahead, if you go ahead and if they would be more interested in you than us, that would you appreciate it. And you don't need to make a check because he's not trying to, like, he's pretty easy to read at this point in time. He's trying to avoid the word bait.
You just like us to kill anything we see on the road, then? Clear the path?
Above the board, so maybe so I can explain mechanically what this choice entails. If you decide to go for it, you do not have to stick with the group. You just go your own way along the road or whatever path you decide on. Go ahead forwards. You are not slowed down. However, when you roll on random encounter table, because you will have at least one, maybe two more rolls, you will roll with disadvantage. And the DM will be taking worse choice for you. And if you don't take the deal, well, it's up to the luck and dice to see how this group will fare. However, you will be able to use your abilities, skills to perhaps avoid any further danger along the road.
I fucking hate having morals.
Hanri's raising their eyebrows at Mosrin, like, what's the plan, buddy?
Third is looking at the rest of the group because she already knows her decision.
And he's like, if you need time to discuss, that's absolutely fine. And he's like, returning to his people so you can like have like a group huddle.
Third will just cross her arms and look to everybody to see their reaction.
Beatrix is just like holding her head with both her hands, and she's just like.
Hanami's just staring at Mosrin.
Mustering dead.
Oh God.
We lost him.
Derp.
Derp.
He's currently whispering with anime.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's be a distraction. She kind of just puts her hands up in the air, like, let's go.
Mosrin?
Yep.
Would you like to take the deal then?
I would. My main worry about this is we do not know what we are going to be faced with.
That's true, but your thing that you did earlier, that spell that makes us very sneaky, if we find anything super formidable, we'll probably spot it. We have quite keen eyes in this group, and we can bypass it if we so need to. If anything, we could draw it away from the road for the group, which wouldn't be hard. We'd just cause a distraction.
Or
I would do
if
it
it comes
myself
to
if
it-
nobody else wanted to get harmed.
If it came to it, we could just lead it away from the group and then sneak our way out. Or escape.
Alright. I guess we're helping these people.
I look at Beatrix, who hasn't answered yet.
Yeah, yes, I'm gonna help. Yes,
Okay.
I'll help. I'll help.
And Hanami, are you sure?
I mean, I'm here to help you, and if you're, that's the most important thing.
All right. She'll go and tell Sir Gilbert that we will do our best to draw anything away from them on the road as we go.
For a moment, you see that he doesn't cry, but you know that moment when you see that people's eyes are getting like teary. There's like this moment of like very strong emotion, like he doesn't really actually accept it, and like big relief. His shoulders like sag, like he like lets out breath. Thank you. There is literally nothing I can do to repay you now, but I swear it on my honor, if we get through this and if my road crosses with yours, I will do everything in my power to repay you, no matter what it takes.
She'll like clasp her hand on his shoulder and say, "We shall see you at salvation." And she'll nod, give like a reassuring nod to him, turn away.
Oh,
Thank you.
while nothing is happening, would it be alright if Mosterin bundled up some of his dynamite into bigger patches?
My God, why do you have a bomb with you?
Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that way he doesn't have to like stop and bundle a bunch together to throw a big amount at once.
You can prepare that ahead of time. You clearly have some experience and with using dynamite.
Yeah,
I just imagine you get hit by like a fireball and just suddenly we just see Monster in
Oh,
spawn
if he
like a
gets hit by a
cartoon.
fireball, he is gone.
And just like a cartoon of just like sign
Oh.
up like Willie Coyote, like boom.
If we're fighting a blue dragon, it's gonna shoot lightning at you, and that's gonna be the same shit, basically.
Yeah,
True.
Think about that.
it'll be fine.
Nah.
New rule: stay at least 30 feet away from Monster in. Okay, shall we go then?
Right.
Also,
Oh, it
Mosterin
does.
would be attaching the scale, the dragon scales onto his warhammer, just on the sides.
Very well.
Yes. We're always traveling by night.
Alright. So as you continue your journey across the desert, following the pioneers' road, again trying to look out for any kind of danger, not being super visible, but also making sure that you will, if there are any predators lurking around, there's the deal. You are making sure that they will be rather focused on you and not the caravan that will be following later. But you are trying to use your abilities and skills as best as you can. And yeah, for that day, you can give me a survival check, or rather one person, and assuming someone helps, that person that makes the main survival check can roll with advantage.
Points at Mossern.
I have a +7
Roll.
with advantage.
Survival?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, what do I have?
Fantastic.
Very good.
Oh.
It
My
could be like
God.
No, I have a +7 to survival. Oh, interesting.
Oh boy. Okay. Now,
Oh no.
give me, and again, the main person rolls, and it can roll with advantage because, again, I'm sure you will be helping. However, this will be stealth. However, this is like stealth for like the hours-long journey. I'm not sure how long Pass Without Trace lasts.
It's like an hour, right? Or is it long ass time?
Hold on. I'm looking.
Gerard has a +5 to stealth if anybody
Uh,
else
I've
has
It
a
plus
higher
six.
one.
it does last an hour.
Alright, plus a 6, so we'll give you advantage on that.
Okay.
Yeah, sadly, this skill is for like a longer period than an hour, so Pass Without Trace
Okay.
wouldn't really be applicable
Okay.
in this situation.
23.
Right. So 23. Think. So that's about that. What's above that? Perception. Yeah, that's
Oh,
okay. So for now, feeling that a little bit of tension, and some occasional howls, some movement away from the outskirts, some stray, small hunting desert animal crosses your path. But for now, thankfully, you are able to stay true to the spirit of your deal and also avoid too much danger. However, around the night, as the sky is again, you've kind of get used to that at this point in time, used to that the fact that you're not trying to look too closely at the sky because you are never sure what you will find looking back at you. So it's probably for the best not to, risk it. However, it is again still slightly cloudy, a little bit of ash falling. However, what happens around the night as the various, auras glows over the horizon in the far, far distance speaks of horrible things happening around the world and about various types of apocalypse coming to the silent lands. 4 pillars of silvery light shoot up through the sky, and for a moment this brilliant radiance emanating from 4 corners of the silent legions gives a very brief respite for the desperate, for the devout, for those that almost lost all hope. And you will see then following not too long afterwards, with less glow, you would have like those party members that have higher passive perception. They might realize that along the southern portions, there's like more than one glow. However, the other ones seem to be of smaller variety. And I will need to adjust it just a little bit. Realize I put it in. But yeah, as over the horizon, shooting up into the sky, those pillars of silvery light, and then that silvery glow. Is there any reaction from the party? Or do you just, take it in stride and continue?
Thrud's definitely gonna point them out, like the ones that are a little less likely to see them, the ones that are sort of in the distance. And then she'll just sort of remark to everybody and say, "Did anybody else have a strange dream last night?"
Always.
You know my answer.
I know you don't sleep. I wasn't asking you.
I'll be Hanami will look at you and be like, always. And just say it kind of flatly.
Did you see the weird silver flame?
Oh, yeah, a lot of fire.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Well, yeah, it's fire.
She'll just nod. She kind of like puts a quickened paste. Kind of fidgety.
but yeah, a lot of fire.
Yeah, it was not good.
I mean, I didn't burn in it, so I think that's a good part of it.
True.
There was a weird horseback rider who got burned though. Wonder what that was about.
Don't think about it too much.
No, I'm thinking about it.
Aurora Borealis.
This is
Yeah,
the second time we've seen one of these. Yeah.
Yeah, the beginning of the Pioneers Road is just like the gay land over there.
Yeah,
Nice.
like a gay club at 3 in the morning.
Wait, the lunar rainbow. That reminds me of Inuyasha.
Well, there's prismatic and there's like rainbowy colors, but well, you would not want to be there at this point in time.
Yeah.
I can't help but feel like everyone is fucking dead.
Everyone we know is probably dead, yeah.
All right.
Very much.
And as your journey continues and you take in stride what you are seeing, you are able to locate quite hidden actually and not completely dried up picturesque oasis. Kind of slightly, like not on the surface, but slightly like in some sort of like a cave area, not too deep, quite shallow, but with like plenty of cover, plenty of shade. And of course, you approach it with care because you have some very weird, not very weird. You have plenty of bad experiences with places like this and with large bodies of water. However, this one is completely fine. You are able to find very nice, peaceful oasis that, for the first time in a very long while, despite it being slightly larger pool of water, it is fine. It's not muddy, it's not dark, it's not poisoned, it's not bad, rotten water. It's probably one of the purer sources of water you have seen in the past 2 weeks, to be honest.
I'm taking a bath.
I'm grabbing water
taking a
before
friggin'
any of us
bath.
take a bath.
Alright, I'm filling up my
Or
water,
water.
and then I'm taking a bath.
Let me
Fucking
squint at you
dirty
guys.
as hell.
What are you doing?
Right.
You guys are weird. And then she like does a sand bath like a chinchilla.
I love that.
Good shit.
This is Mossrin.
Off he goes.
I use my wait.
That's from like a golf course, isn't it? This means?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just monster. There we go. This one.
Yeah, that's what the...
Oh yeah, I put in. I put
Oh,
that
yeah.
in
It's
last
in,
time.
it's in Last Survivors.
Oh shit! Same brain cell.
It's fine. It happens.
Okay, yeah, I will. Beatrix will also drink water and just probably like also take a bath and just like clean bean.
As
Because-
Mossrin is underneath the water, he opens up his water skin and just lets it fill in.
He's just sitting at the bottom of the pool because he just sinks in it.
Gerard,
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
you fucking dare open your armpit, young man. We don't want you to suck all the water in.
Oh my
Gerard
God.
very carefully bathes. But like begrudgingly, only because Thrud told him to bathe.
I just imagine you like pick him up like Achilles, like by the heel, and just like dip him in the
and
water.
then just dunk him in there.
Yeah.
Come on,
Do you think
Grandpa.
it happens?
I bathed last month.
Shut the fuck up!
But
Toss
You
it,
know-
like
you know
skips him across the
sometimes-
water like a fucking stone.
you know, sometimes when you go to like swim and some like water may accidentally get in like in your mouth or your nose
Mhm.
if you like
Yeah.
swim weirdly. I just imagine it's the same for the fucking armpits of Gerard. There's some
my
water
God.
leaks in by accident.
Waterlogged.
Waterlogged armpit.
God. That is
Next
so
time he
fucking
takes
terrible.
something out of
Terrible.
the bag of
It's, like,
holding, it's just gonna be
soggy.
wet. Yeah,
Ugh.
gross.
And that's almost worse than the glitter one.
We're clean. Sanity check. We took a bath.
Sadly, does That does not give you +1 to sanity score, but it feels nice.
Shit.
It feels nice. Being able to wash off that sting, that sand, a part of like some blood that you have gotten over the days of your journey, and I believe at the very least you would have left some sort of sign for the bigger caravan that's a little bit sometime behind you, that
Yeah, definitely.
they will be able to
Yeah.
find this place as well. All right. Very well.
Mossrin starts speaking while fully submerged.
I
Yeah.
just look at him and like shrug.
Bubbles coming out of the water.
And also just to deal with the bookkeeping, as the new day has arrived, so you can mark off 1 ration for the day.
Yes.
Cool, I already did that.
Same.
Did we took that like on the last long rest? Should we take another one?
Not sure. I mean, I mostly look not at like long rest, but I look like at the time if it's like moved to another day, and we have moved into another day, so that's why I was calling for ration expenditure.
While we're here, could Mossrin look for any spirits to talk to?
Yeah, just casually look into the realm of the dead. You
Yeah,
I would say you can try, but let's see on our roll if you'll be lucky with that.
I'm guessing perception.
No, I mean, a religion or perception. However, it is
rolling?
going to be quite a high DC. I'm gonna say in this situation it's gonna
Okay.
be 20.
Understood. Where? Oh, there it is. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go with perception. 14. Never mind. Mossrin
You-
finds nothing.
Yeah, do not notice anything. It is as if death did not come to this place.
I am.
Sure, probably someone was camping around here, and maybe you'd find like some very scattered, forgotten remains of some camp or so. But you find no blood, no bodies, no bones, no skeletons. It's like, again, no violence or death has reached this place, which is
Cool.
weird, cool, but you're gonna settle on like good, because there has been enough weird bad bullshit, so you will accept good weird bullshit for once.
Why is the bottom of the pool?
It's not deep enough, so can and then again the water is pure, and by pure I mean it's crystal clear. You can see the bottom. The coloration is also very like nice. That I'm lacking a proper word, but like freaking aquamarine, like very blue.
Right.
Yeah. Crystal blue water.
Yeah, so you guys would just see Mossrin go to the deepest part of it and just lie down.
I just look at him and I just like look at everyone else and I'm like, has he been able to breathe water this whole time?
I imagine Beatrix is doing like the thing where you like float on the water and you just let the current like move you. And she's just like, would you be surprised at this point if any of us could breathe underwater?
No, it's just like, I don't know, I feel like you'd tell us.
Hmm.
I'm just like sitting in like an area where it like comes up to my shoulders.
Beatrix just continues floating and doesn't answer anymore. She's relaxing.
I would forgot about one thing. Pretty much everyone took the buff, right?
I think so, yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't think Anime did.
Oh,
Okay,
Jimmy
definitely
did a
different.
sand bath.
All right. I mean,
Oh, he doesn't like water.
Sandbar. Okay. All right. Those that did cleanse themselves in a very crystal clear water, if you have any indefinite wild magic effect that is affecting your character, it is now no longer active.
Woo. I'll cleanse it from Gerard.
I don't had any never-ending thing happen to me.
Wait, is our fire dwarf going to become not a fire dwarf anymore?
You pretty much, yeah, that'd probably be a safe assertion, right?
Oh wait, does that mean my weapon is no longer sought by a collector?
Too.
Probably.
And also, I still will explode if I get stabbed by a silver weapon or catch on fire. So-
Yeah. A silver
Um,
dagger.
I mean, guess what? Galmor as a fiery dwarf is really not eager getting into water.
Yeah. that's fair.
True.
Does the signet ring disappear?
Oh, for you guys, yeah.
Okay, quick question. Like actual DM question.
Huh?
If we went into the water without the items that are affected, does it still like affect the items?
Yes, because the wild magic effect is centered on you.
Okay.
So the ring just vanishes. Interesting.
No rings.
Oh, I like that
Show
ring.
his hand. Hehe.
Yuck.
Man, it's gonna be satisfied like at some point because of like everything happening. I will forget and I will just not even change enemy, but there will be some enemy that has silver weapon and I hit
Yeah.
Hanami with it.
Yeah.
Just
I'll be here to
immediately.
One of those
die.
silver stalkers is just gonna fucking bam. Instantly dies.
To be fair, I didn't really specify that they have silver weapons. At least not these guys, but well. We'll see.
The
We'll see.
rock had silver talons.
Alright.
So it was a construct rock. A construct.
Right. Yeah, so after a nice bath for most of you and some sand bath for Hanami, you are able to continue. And it feels like obviously you are still in the desert, or well, savanna turned desert. It's still hot, but again, it's not blistering hot. And considering the amount of days you have been traveling already, you think you will be pretty good with like traveling during the day.
Well,
We travel all night, right?
I was not expecting that shit.
It took me a while, but I finally got around to it.
Turtle gestured to Monster and like, get the fuck up here.
Would get out of the water. Where are we going next?
Well, it's not super hot outside. We could try going in the day again, but it didn't work out super well last time. What do you guys think?
Well, more time moving is
I will say that we could still go during the night.
Still go
that
during
will
the
be my
night?
decision.
Hanami?
Huh, yeah. Of all of you, it's like toned down a little bit.
Continuous falling.
I expected we were gonna see a dragon, and dragons are cool. It's bad. Ooh. You see a little twinkle in their eyes.
Verity's just like massaging her temples. It's like, we're gonna get killed. We're gonna get killed by a dragon. Throod will say, well, if there are dragons in the area, we probably shouldn't go during the day because they will be able to see us from the air.
Nodding.
So we might want to go during the night.
All right. Wait,
Besides,
is it
it's very
daytime right now?
probable.
I know.
Besides what, Peter?
It's very probable that the group that we're trying to protect is also going to go through the night.
Yeah. Starts eating the gunpowder.
Are you still doing eating the dynamite like Pop Rocks? Just crunch.
Yeah, just every now and then you hear a very obnoxious crunch.
Classic mustard.
I sincere apologies. I did the hit. I blanked out for a moment. So are you like waiting until the night or?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
All right.
because that's probably when the people are moving.
Okay. So yeah, during the probably before like the full proper heat of the day happens, around like 2 hours later, the main caravan arrives and makes themselves at home in the oasis. Again, they are super grateful that you found this place, and people are very happy. They are actually able to have found a source of water that will not give them diarrhea and will not kill them.
Hey.
You have died of dysentery.
Yes.
Oh, fuck. Oh no.
So they are happy. The small celebrations are disrupted a little bit later when you hear another distant rumble, but I mean like really distant, towards like northwest, like very west. And you can give me perception checks if you can figure out like more.
I'm perceptive.
I am perception
We're
incarnate.
perceiving.
I cannot see because there's dice on my. Oh, there we go. Shit, I don't not perceive.
Okay, those that rolled below 20, that rambling and those like echoey sounds pretty familiar to like volcano. But not like the super big one. However, it's still quite strong. Those that rolled above 20, they can, for a moment, in like high in the sky, as like it's burst open and flews upwards, mount black fuse, and in a far distance, which is like barely for a moment, you can guess where, Mount Calamont both erupt. However, Black Fuse eruption gives you a little bit of a creeps, because it's not like an eruption of like fire, like visible, but like a shroud of darkness.
Huh. That is.
Like ash? Or like literal just
Maybe.
shadow?
Maybe it's looking
Scary.
weird and scary, and you're not that close enough, but it will be closer to like purple like or shadow like lightning strikes in those volcano clouds.
You guys seen this? Huh.
It looks like ash, maybe? She's like squinting her eyes. Her eyes are
Oh.
not very good.
It is dark over there now, and there was a mountain over there. Could be. But it.
I think it just means that we should just go slightly quicker.
Yeah. I get the feeling that we'll find salvation southwest-ish. Considering that the volcano up there just fucking exploded. Or mountain, rather.
Good idea. My cat is having a fucking tantrum that I'm not paying. Please. Sure.
Legato.
All right. Apart from some small amount of various critters and creatures that do not cause you much issue, even if they try to get through you, they are easily defeated or driven off. Basically, easier tribal encounters for you folks, as I'm sure you are setting up watches. As again, the evening starts arriving, and you are continuing your journey. And before you make any skill checks, this time, I would ask for one person. Or actually, it's up to you. Because again, this will be a random encounter roll with disadvantage. So 2 people can roll a single D100. And well, DM will pick the worst result.
Cool.
Who's doing it?
No,
Unless I
that's
roll
fine.
one. Okay.
I mean, you rolled 8 or perception. Oh wait, no, that was before, my mistake. So, who else wants to make another roll? Masarin did one.
I'll do it.
I
if
guess I'll. Okay. I'll do it if no one else wants to. There we go.
Wow.
Why you roll so high? I hate the fact that you always roll high and shit.
I'm blessed by God. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't think this
Can
is
I
very
cast
blessed.
guidance to add a D4 to the?
Oh, no, don't.
No.
No, I know.
Can I add guidance?
Alright. And now, let me check their stats. What the Okay, they do not have high perception. And neither those idiots. Okay. Yeah, you can make as a group. One person can make a stealth check with advantage. Because you'll have pretty good chance of getting a drop on them.
I pointed our littlest creature.
Littlest creature.
He is.
I mean,
Or
yeah.
She is. A little girl.
And yeah.
A little creature.
Alright.
There you go.
A small enigma.
Okay. So, what do you find is a hunting party that's up ahead of you around, like you notice them around 400, 500 feet away from you, and they have absolutely no idea you are there. And from such a distance, you are still able to notice some details. One, that these are no humans, rather these do not belong to any civilized race that you know of. They are orcs, greenskins. There's 10 of them, and actually the entire group is 12 in number, because apart from the regular, kinda imposing but not that super sized regular greenskin orcs, there are 2 slightly larger ones that are more blue-skinned. If you want to make a
Glorks.
roll to see if you can identify what it is.
Yeah. What role would we make?
Archon.
They fall under humanoid categories, so probably like history or or sure. I mean history also, yeah, history.
Feeling historic.
I'm feeling averagely historic.
Okay,
Same.
for Fruit and Beatrix, it takes a long time before the name pops in, but Hanami, Gerard, and Mosrin, perhaps they probably faced with that creature beforehand. The blue-skinned ones are called Oroks.
Orc. Okay.
Oh no, the Lord of the Rings. They're orcs.
Or
We
a
got
guy.
isekai.
Urukai were half orcs, right? Like the movies?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Urukai are like orc and goblin, I think, or something like that.
Mud.
I thought it
They're
was.
They're
orcs.
mostly mud. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me look it up.
No, I don't think it.
Well,
I
everything
don't think it's
remember
trolls. No.
Well, yeah, because
Probably.
I think orcs, goblins, and trolls, like all pure-blooded forms, couldn't go on the sun or they turned to stone. Was the last thing.
Yeah. Well, I know that's at least for trolls.
It's for goblins too, because in The Hobbit they mention it. They can't go outside when it's sunlight. It was a whole
Oh.
thing.
I did not know that.
They're crossbreeds of orcs and men.
Yeah. Okay. that's
Oh.
it.
Okay.
Scary boys.
Weren't orcs also originally like elves or some shit?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what Saruman was telling him in the entire tale.
Basically,
Yeah.
orcs are like corrupted elves, pretty much.
Neat.
Oh,
I made it. I'm late. I'm
Orog.
very late.
Welcome.
Hello.
Very, very, very,
Hello.
very late.
We're about to fight some orcs.
Okay, I will
We just
be
had a
in.
bath.
or
a good bath.
right?
So I made it just in time. I apologize for being super late. It's like the one thing I do, and it's to be with my grandfather. And
I
Okay.
understand.
I don't have a car at the moment due to a broken axle in my vehicle and the repairs. So, good news is that is not happening for like the next 4 weeks. So I will be around.
Oh,
Cool.
no
Yeah,
problem.
I'm gonna be setting things up, and because I'm kinda lazy, you're gonna be using a similar map.
No problem.
I mean, that's the question, because they have no idea you are there. They seem to be like... They seem like a hunting party. They have, their great axes, their javelins. They seem to also be taking a rest. So it's up to you if you want to, like, charge, try to kill them, or lead them away. It's, again, up to you. How do you want to approach this? They are, however, close to the road, so if that caravan with Sir Gilbert comes by, they will definitely see them.
I'm gonna look to our spellcasters and see if any of them have any AoEs they'd like to use.
I only have web and entangle.
Web's
That's all
I
I got.
have Spirit Guardians, which means I have to get in their area.
well,
And that is my only area of effect.
we could definitely use web. That'd be useful.
I
Um,
need to get pretty
Well,
close
I
to
could
it.
also throw the dynamite. That's an area of effect.
that would also work. Yes, that would be good.
Why not both at the same time?
Yeah, we could ready it up and do both, and then we could.
If
the
you
rest of us
web
could
them,
run
they'd
in.
be stuck in the area of the dynamite.
Yeah, it'd be good. It'd be a good
Yeah.
combination.
Yes.
All right, well, let's do that then, and then the rest of us
Do you
can just
also have
ready to.
grease? I want to make it so that if they
attack.
do get past the webs, they fall down.
I'm taking out my longbow and I'm readying a shot.
If you want, I will put you on a map in just a second. I am picking things up.
Problem.
So that's
Okay.
4. Oh wait, that's 3, 6, and we gonna go like 4.
We should probably focus on trying to get those Urog out first, if possible. So.
Orog. I'm not sure how
Orog.
to pronounce that.
Org.
Right.
Oregon.
Alright.
Oh my god, they have pipes.
From a map of the state from the west coast.
Essentially, your starting spot, you can place yourselves anywhere up to this line without having to, without being spotted.
Here we go.
I'm gonna turn off my eyes.
And for simplicity's sake, I know this map technically has some rocks, but I didn't put any terrain walls, so what you see is what you see.